Are you constantly battling to control every aspect of your life, only to find things slipping through your grasp? What if the key to unlocking profound peace and experiencing true freedom lies not in your own tireless efforts, but in a radical act of surrender to a power far greater than your own? Prepare to discover the transformative wisdom of placing everything, your fears, your burdens, your very future, into the unwavering hands of God, and witness a level of divine intervention you never thought possible. There comes a pivotal moment in life when you realize with stark clarity that your individual strength, no matter how valiantly exerted, is simply not sufficient. You try desperately to hold everything together: your relationships, your career, your financial stability, your mental well-being, the intricate tapestry of your existence. But the harder you grip, the more inexplicably things seem to unravel and slip through your fingers. You find yourself battling internal struggles within the confines of your own mind, facing daunting challenges in your home, enduring heart-wrenching difficulties in your relationships, and grappling with a profound sense of emptiness in your heart. You expend every ounce of your effort, pouring all your energy into making things right, into meticulously fixing what is broken, and into stoically bearing the crushing weight of responsibilities, anxieties, and the relentless expectations of the world. Yet despite your unwavering determination and your belief in your own resilience, an undeniable truth eventually emerges. There will always come a point where your strength is simply not enough. It is precisely in these moments of profound realization, when you stand at the precipice of your own limitations, that you must remember a liberating truth. God's hands are infinitely stronger, infinitely wiser, and infinitely more capable than your own. It is an ingrained human tendency, a deeply rooted aspect of our nature, to rely almost exclusively on self-sufficiency. From the tender age of infancy, we are systematically taught to stand on our own 2 feet, to take charge of our circumstances, and to relentlessly push through challenges armed solely with our willpower and inherent determination. We strive to be the architects of our own destinies, the captains of our own ships, believing that complete control is synonymous with ultimate security. However, life, in its unpredictable grandeur, will inevitably present burdens that are simply too heavy for us to carry alone. It could manifest as a relentless illness that no earthly doctor can fully heal, a devastating betrayal that leaves your heart irrevocably broken, a financial struggle that appears utterly insurmountable, or a profound aching emptiness in your very soul that no amount of worldly success, no superficial relationship, and no material possession, no matter how coveted, can ever truly fill. When you find yourself in that desolate place, standing at the crossroads of overwhelming burden, you are confronted with 2 fundamental choices. You can either persist in struggling valiantly under the immense weight of your anxieties, gradually succumbing to exhaustion and despair, or you can make a radical, courageous decision to surrender it completely and irrevocably into the hands of the one who never grows weary, the one who never falters, and the one who is perpetually capable. God's hands are not merely strong enough, they are perfectly designed to carry what you, in your finite capacity, simply cannot. The concept of letting go and letting God is not merely a trite spiritual cliché. It is a profound and liberating truth that transforms lives. It is an active decision to release your grip on what you cannot control and place it into the capable hands of the Almighty. This isn't an act of resignation or weakness, but rather a profound demonstration of faith and a testament to your trust in a God who is both omnipotent and benevolent. When you genuinely put something into God's hands, you acknowledge that His wisdom surpasses your understanding. His power exceeds your limitations, and His love is infinitely greater than your fears. This act of surrender is particularly crucial when you are grappling with overwhelming burdens, anxieties that consume your thoughts, fears that paralyze your actions, and situations that seem utterly hopeless from a human perspective. You may attempt to strategize, to worry incessantly to manipulate outcomes, or to tirelessly work towards a solution, only to find yourself more exhausted and frustrated than before. This is because some burdens are simply too heavy for human shoulders to bear alone. They are designed to bring you to the end of your own strength, to a point where you recognize your absolute dependence on a higher power. Consider the biblical account of the Israelites at the Red Sea. Trapped between an advancing Egyptian army and an impassable body of water, their situation appeared utterly hopeless. Yet Moses instructed them, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today." They surrendered their fear and helplessness to God, and He miraculously parted the waters. This profound story illustrates that when you release your burden to God, He is able to work in ways that defy human logic and transcend natural limitations. Releasing your burden also means releasing the need for control. We often cling to our problems, mistakenly believing that if we don't constantly worry or strategize, nothing will get done. But this mindset actually hinders God's intervention. True surrender involves relinquishing your personal agenda, your preferred timeline, and your preconceived notions of how things should unfold. It is an act of trust, believing that God's plan is not only perfect, but also infinitely superior to anything you could conceive. This frees your mind from the constant cycle of worry and allows you to experience a peace that truly surpasses all understanding. Placing everything in God's hand demands unwavering trust, especially when the path forward is unclear, or the answers you seek are not immediately visible. God operates on a timeline that transcends human comprehension, and His ways are often mysterious to our finite minds. What may seem like a delay to us is often a crucial period of preparation, refinement, or the orchestration of divine circumstances that are far beyond our scope. The Bible unequivocally assures us of God's perfect character. He is faithful. He has never failed. He has never made a single mistake, and He has never forgotten a promise. When something is placed into His hands, it is in the safest, wisest, and most powerful place it could possibly be. There is no safer refuge, no more astute plan, and no greater power in the entire universe. Our human tendency is to rush, to demand instant gratification, and to become anxious when solutions don't materialize on our schedule. However, God's timing is precisely that: perfect. He works in ways that might not always be immediately clear or logical in the moment, but His wisdom far exceeds any human understanding. Think of Abraham, called to be the father of many nations, yet he and Sarah remained childless for decades. There were moments of doubt and attempts to help God's plan, but ultimately Abraham had to trust in God's perfect timing and power. When God finally fulfilled His promise, it was in a miraculous way that unequivocally demonstrated His sovereignty. Similarly, Joseph endured years of betrayal, slavery, and unjust imprisonment, yet God was meticulously working behind the scenes, positioning him to save an entire nation. In those hidden years, Joseph could not have understood God's grand design, but he continually chose to trust. Patience and faith are inextricably linked. One cannot truly exist without the other. Waiting on God is never wasted time. It is a sacred period of preparation, a divinely appointed season for what He is actively bringing to fruition in your life. It is during these periods of waiting that God often cultivates virtues like perseverance, humility, and a deeper reliance on Him. He works in the unseen, subtly aligning circumstances, moving people, and shaping hearts, all for your ultimate good and His greater glory. To truly surrender your burdens to Him means placing every fear, every worry, and every unanswered question into His omnipotent care, without attempting to reclaim control or manipulate the outcome. Worry and doubt, like insidious weeds, will incessantly attempt to creep into your mind, but authentic faith resolutely pushes them away, boldly declaring, "God, I trust you no matter what the circumstances may dictate." When you wholeheartedly and consistently place everything in God's hands, you unlock a profound and unshakable peace that transcends all earthly understanding. This peace is not dependent on the absence of problems or the perfection of your circumstances. Rather, it is a deep, internal serenity that stems from the unwavering confidence that the Creator of the universe is actively working on your behalf. It is a peace that stands as a fortress around your heart and mind, guarding them against the onslaught of anxiety, fear, and despair. This peace is a direct result of surrendering your burdens and trusting in God's sovereign control. No longer are you carrying the immense weight of the world on your own shoulders. Instead, you are resting in the loving embrace of a God who meticulously cares for you. This freedom from worry allows you to live more fully in the present moment, to appreciate the blessings around you, and to engage with life with a newfound sense of joy and optimism. Consider the teachings of Jesus, who invited us to "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." He promised a yoke that is easy and a burden that is light. This is the profound peace that comes from surrendering your struggles to Him. It's the peace of knowing that even when the storms of life rage around you, you have a steadfast anchor in the unwavering faithfulness of God. The choice presented to you is remarkably simple, yet profoundly impactful. Will you continue to cling to fear, or will you wholeheartedly embrace faith? Will you persist in carrying the immense weight of your burdens on your own, or will you bravely choose to place them into the capable hands of the one who effortlessly holds the entire universe in His grasp? God is perpetually at work, ceaselessly moving, and eternally faithful. His power is limitless, His wisdom is flawless, and His love is unconditional. Trust Him entirely with every fiber of your being, and He will never, ever fail you. When something is truly in His hands, it is safe, it is secure, and it is in the process of being perfectly orchestrated for your ultimate good and His magnificent glory.